What is up YouTube, it's Tom here from Project Smile, and I just wanted to talk to you guys today a little bit about meditation. So I just wanted to talk a bit about my experience and about the benefits of meditation, the sort of things that I'm doing and how I actually practice it, as well as ways that you can practice it as well to start seeing the benefits that I'm receiving. So firstly, what is meditation? For me, meditation has been the time to be kind to myself, to give a little bit of time in the day to myself, to have me time to think my own things and not think anything at the same time. What I've come to learn is that as we focus the mind and as we become more clear on the thing that we actually want, the mind becomes less busy and we have less things going on. And when we do have a good idea, it comes to you in a flash. It's like an instant. You feel your brain lighten up. But ultimately, being kind to yourself and just giving yourself that time in the day to reflect. If you do it in the evening, it gives you the perfect time to reflect upon the day and see all the good things that came from today and what you can do to improve tomorrow. And if you do it in the morning, you can set yourself up for the day and allow yourself to relax, sit back into the day and just let it happen around you as you take your steps into it. Another benefit I would just clearly like to say off the top is that after my meditations, whatever activities I'm doing that day, I go into it with the clearest mind, the most relaxed state that I possibly could. I'm not this, that, oh, I gotta be there, I gotta do that. I'm just totally relaxed. Everything is fine. If it goes this way, it goes that way. It's just what it is. Just wanted to talk a little bit about how I meditate personally and how I started and where I am now. So when I first came to try and meditate, I actually tried this a couple of years ago when I was studying creative art therapy at university. But since then, I have rebrought that back into my life and I tried to do it on my own, but I found that I couldn't really get myself into the zone. I didn't know what I had to say. I didn't know how to guide myself through this. So then I found the Headspace app. I'm sure you may have heard of it, but if not, Headspace is an app that you can get on your phone that you pay a subscription to, and it gives you an entire library of things, of guided meditations that you can go through, all to do with different things. So some about personal growth, some about like physical fitness and getting active, other things are about mindful eating, other things are about finding focus, loving yourself, kindness, self-esteem, all these great things. I highly recommend Headspace if you haven't checked it out already. But from this experience of using Headspace and going along through it, I think now I've done about 400 minutes worth of meditation. So I actually started this just this year, earlier in January, and I've had a couple of days off in it where I've tried to do my own ones where I'm not actually trying to move away from using a guided meditation every time I sit down to do one. So what I mean by this, of course, is as you use the Headspace app, or if you go on YouTube and you use other guided meditations, which are all great, they have their benefits. For me, I've just found that if I do this every single time, it doesn't actually allow me to reach that connection with myself to come up with those ideas or have that inner conversation where the mind is quieted, because you can get interrupted or disrupted by the video itself or the person talking in the guided meditation, or it can simply just lead you in a different way, lead you away from what your inner voice is actually trying to tell you. As always though, I'm just talking from my personal experience. This is what I have found myself from using these things, and I just want to share that with you to provide some insight. If you're on this journey and if you have been meditating, I'm just curious if you found similar things where if you've been using guided meditations, have they become too much for you at one point? And do you want to move away from them? Because I definitely feel that they have a place and that they are beneficial. That is what I would like to say for sure. Is that I find that I use my guided meditations to get me into a state. So currently I'm on the Headspace app going through this sessions called Finding Focus. I'm currently on the part 2 of that, and in a nutshell, what the exercise does is it aligns your chakras and allows you to feel connected with yourself and where you're going and what it is you should be focusing on that day. And it always comes to this end point where it allows you to free your mind. And as you come to this point to free your mind, you realize that your mind doesn't actually want to talk because you've already focused it on the thing that you want. So now it's not giving you all this clutter, it's not providing you with all these cluttered ideas because you've already set your mind to what you want. So for me, that is a great thing because that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to focus on specific things currently in my life that I want to improve, so I'm able to implement this exercise and put it into my daily life. But then I have found that as I'm trying to find insight and gain insight from tapping into my subconscious mind, from tapping into the infinite intelligence that lies within inside us in the universe, that I want to be able to do that, and I find that the guided meditations can actually block this because I'm not allowing myself to have that conversation with myself because there's someone else involved or there's another voice involved. So for me, I'm currently trying to experiment with having a few days guided meditation, a few days without guided meditation, and just seeing where that takes me. I'm trying to depend it on how tired I'm feeling that day. So if I'm really tired and I feel like I'm going to fall asleep if I do a meditation by myself, I'll put a guided one on just to keep me prompt and moving through it. Whereas if it's a day where I'm feeling super awake and super in tune, then I'll do it myself and have that conversation with my inner being. That's it for me talking about meditation today. This is a huge topic and we could talk about it for days and days and weeks and weeks and years, and I'm sure that we will, and I look forward to having this journey and this conversation with you. So please leave a comment down below if you've got anything interested, if you're interested in anything I had to say in this video, or if you just want to ask me about more about my journey and my process of what I do in meditation, that's absolutely fine as well. I just want to hear from you if you're watching. Also, don't forget to like, subscribe and hit that notifications bell to get more updates from me. This is my first proper upload talking about meditation. I thank you very much for joining me. Peace out, have a great day. Keep on smiling.